Hello and thanks for watching. I'm Jon Bozeka.
And I'm Tim Neptune. This week at Otterbein, finals are right around the corner. The spring musical is into its second weekend, and spring sports are coming to an end. But first, Tuesday, the 25th, marked Tom's One Day Without Shoes, and students on Otterbein's campus were taking part.
Are raising awareness for the company Tom's and their National Day Without Shoes. The Cardinal Corps leaders have been working hard to promote the day.
So we are promoting Tom's One Day Without Shoes, and Tom's is a campaign to raise awareness about the issue about people throughout the world who don't have shoes. And it's really quite a problem because when you don't have shoes, your feet can get cut up, you can get infections, parasites can get into your feet, and we just want to raise awareness because we believe that shoes are something that we often take for granted.
Tuesday marked the Day Without Shoes, and students were able to take the pledge and partake in going barefoot for the entire day.
We have an entire board of people who have pledged to go without shoes. I would guess about 50 to 75.
This is an annual event, and Lauren also has a strong passion for why she takes part in this day.
Really important issue, and I know I take shoes for granted, and it really kind of lets you experience what it's like to not have shoes.
For This Week at Otterbein, I'm Alicia Lawson.
Otterbein's Campus Activities Board will be holding an event to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Their fiesta will take place Monday, May 2nd, just when you probably expected it would be, from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m. in Room 1 of the Campus Center. There will be prizes and gift cards, as well as a game of Cinco de Bingo. Very creative. Be sure to check it out.
The Academic Honors Assembly will take place next Wednesday at 3:30 in Cowan Hall. Classes will be canceled during that time, and students are encouraged to attend. The Communication Awards will follow the event at 6 p.m. in the lobby of the Communications Building. Food and awards will be given away to many students. All are welcome to attend.
Friday, May 6th, tomorrow at Otterbein, WOBN presents the student-run band Yours for the Taking. The concert is free to all who attend and will take place behind the Campus Center. There will be free food, games, gift cards, and of course, music. The event will begin at 7 p.m. and the concert should be over by 10 p.m. Proceeds from the raffle for prizes and gift cards at the concert will benefit the media team in Relay for Life. If you can't be at the concert, WOBN will broadcast it live starting at 6:55.
Author Richard Gilbert will be on campus this weekend to discuss his latest book. His family attempted to live a simple life in Appalachian, Ohio, as sheep farmers for about a decade in the 1990s. His recent memoir, Shepherd, takes readers through the trials and tribulations his family had during those times. The event is free to all and will take place on Sunday from 2 to 4 on the second floor of the library. Books and autographs will be available following the event.
The Otterbein Theater Department is into its last weekend of the season. The Full Monty, now in its second weekend, is bringing down the house with each performance. This comedic show offers something that Otterbein has not had all season on the Cowan stage. The show is about a group of former steelworkers who decide to start their own striptease in order to make money after being laid off. I spoke with sophomore BFA theater student Jeff Geis to get an idea of what the show has been like for the performers and for the viewers so far.
Geis spoke first about how the audience has reacted to this show that features quite a lot of nudity.
Honestly, they've been loving it. They really like it. I don't think it's really put people off in the way that some people thought it would. It's classy in the way that we go about it, and people are just enjoying the fact that we're having fun on stage and they get to have fun with us.
This show has also been different for Geis from an acting perspective.
I would say this is the most free show I've ever done. I've had a lot of freedom to play around with my character throughout the process with this show.
Not only has it been fun for Geis alone, but the whole cast has enjoyed their time together.
Our cast, we all saw the cast list and we're like, oh, this is going to be a really fun time. Because everyone's there's no one that's taking it too seriously, because you just can't with this show. Best way to put it is that the characters have to take it completely seriously, but the actors can't at all. So you have to make sure that you're not taking it seriously, but that your character is, and that's the way that's how the comedy works.
In a show that is this funny, sometimes the cast has a hard time staying in character. Geis explains.
You try to get other people to break. That's the point of the show, is that you're trying to do something ridiculous enough for another person to almost break character. And I think the way that we kind of go back and forth, it brings a fun energy.
Although for this sophomore Otterbein theater student, one thing has stood out over the rest about this show.
We're making jokes left and right on the sidelines just to kind of keep ourselves in the mood for the show. I think that's my favorite part about it.
Geis is playing the part of Kino within this show, who plays a very important role within the movement of the story. If you would like to see Geis along with the rest of the cast, you have 3 chances to do so. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 8 p.m. Go to the Cowan box office if you would like to purchase a ticket for this show today. Well, that's all the time we have for arts and entertainment on this week's show, but when we come back, David Kinder will begin with a sports report. And David, the men's lacrosse team has made history here at Otterbein.
That's right. They won in the semifinals. They advanced to the OAC tournament. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the highlights from yesterday's lacrosse game.
Putting someone down to make yourself generally feel better.
A person hurts someone either physically or mentally. The kid that has the bigger advantage, like picks on a smaller kid with the smaller advantage.
Continuous harassment of one person to another hurts someone physically and mentally. Putting anyone down in any kind of way
is when someone else tries to take away your dignity.
Help kids realize their potential. Having better role models in the world. Stop it when you see it.
Stand up for what we believe in.
By standing up for everyone that's getting bullied.
Encourage to be kind rather than bullying.
Change the action, change the world. We are the heroes.
The Otterbein men's lacrosse team played in the semifinals of the first ever Ohio Athletic Conference tournament yesterday. The Cardinals won the regular season title last week and look to bring the postseason trophy home as well. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from yesterday's win. The opponent, the Bolton Wallace Yellow Jackets. Otterbein defeated BW 2 weeks ago, 12-5. Now the Jackets look for some revenge. The Cards scored first. It was Pat Tyner, one of 3 goals he would have in this game, but Bolton Wallace would respond less than a minute later. They would score a goal of their own and knot it up at 1 apiece. However, after that, it was all Otterbein. Otterbein's freshman goalie James Gunling had a good game with 12 saves, and freshman faceoff specialist Carlos Salazar was 22 of 25 between the circles as Otterbein got the 16-10 victory. Otterbein will play John Carroll this Saturday at Memorial Stadium for the first ever OAC tournament title. Face-off is set for 1 p.m. Well, both the men's and women's tennis teams are in the OAC tournament championship games after the girls shut out Capital on Tuesday and the men blanked Marietta. Both teams also swept the All-Conference Award as senior Julie Stroney was the Women's Player of the Week and sophomore David Steckel took the men's honor. The championship will be Friday. The men will take on the Polar Bears of Ohio Northern, and the ladies will have the Blue Streaks of John Carroll. Well, the baseball season is coming to a close. The Otterbein 9 are currently playing right now at Fishball Field against Penn State Barron and will close their season this Saturday with a home doubleheader against Mount Union. At 22-13 and 7-9 in OAC play, Otterbein is out of postseason contention, but still looks to end the 2014 campaign on a high note. You can hear the doubleheader on WOBN's Ustream account. Myself and Elijah Gonzalez will have the call. The game starts at 1 p.m. And as we know, school is getting to a close now. A lot of people are happy, but with that, sports also coming to a close as well, so kind of a sad chapter towards the end of the year.
It is sad, and I heard the women's lacrosse also lost, so ending their season. That's all we have for this week's show. On behalf of David, John, and the entire crew, I'm Tim Neptune, and we'll catch you next week.